All right, folks, next up on the block, we have from Toy Biz, this is the X-Men Bonebreaker. Who remembers this guy? Dude is a tank! This is a really neat figure from back before the Marvel Legends series. I'm going to throw the size marker in here just so you can see roughly the scale. We'll throw it over here so we can see the back end of it. But man, this is such a great piece right here. This is from the X-Men comics, obviously, and a character that that just hasn't survived, hasn't made it through the ages. Although who knows, with what shows up in the Deadpool movies, you never know. He might just make an appearance. So I'm gonna walk you through it here now. You've seen the figure itself. Even if you're not a fan of this, oh, it's just great for customs. Make all kinds of stuff out of that. I love that figure. Oh, that's a great piece right there. As for the card itself, oh, it has seen better days. The bubble is clear. You can see right through it. It's still attached. It's on there. It's got the card in the back. Something that obviously they don't do anymore, but Marvel Legends began. It's got the Marvel Universe trading card, but for a while at least, Marvel Legends now does the Build-A-Figure, and they sometimes do the comic books, so it's a fair trade-off. You can see this was clearanced by somebody, and I suspect KB Toys. KB did this all the time, where rather than ring it up, that way if you brought it back as a return, you couldn't get the full value price for it. You would instead just get whatever the clearance price was. But I do want to show you as well, in addition to that, damage to the card. It's been squashed, obviously. So some damage right there. But the figure is absolutely fine inside, and it's a great figure. You can see this and all the other pieces we've got coming up in our next live auction event. You can see all the photographs at TheBigToyAuction.com and head on over and bid on this or any of the other items. You can leave your pre-bids or you can come and join us at the live event. This is the X-Men Toy Biz Bonebreaker. All right, here we go. Another great piece for you right here. This is Random. Who doesn't love Random? Again, one of those X-Men that just fell off the face of the earth. You just don't see him anymore. Sometimes figures come and go, and we just don't see him. Like, who was that dude that was made entirely out of skin? What was that guy's name? I can't draw on a blank right now. Anyway, we'll turn him over here, and you can see on the back everything you need to see right there. We'll flip him back here, and we'll give you a size marker so you get an opportunity to see roughly how large he is. He's a little bit, I believe these guys were a little bit smaller than the Marvel Legends counterparts. Just a little bit. These are about 6 figures. In fact, he almost looks like a Cops figure, doesn't he? Looks about that size. But these are some nice pieces right here. They're probably in scale now with, well, it's about a 6-inch, right? Is that where we're at here? A little less, about 5 inches on him, but he's not quite your average one. He is a little bit more squat. Regardless, you can see for yourself. That's why we put the size marker in. You can see the figure. He does come. If you're familiar with the character of Random, he changes. He morphs himself into random shapes and figures, and one of them is he's got the 3 missiles here for his arm launcher. Something out of a weird David Cronenberg movie. Show you him up close so you can see him. And while we're doing that, we'll also check out the bubble. So the bubble is pretty tight on the card. No real yellowing. Can you see right through there? Like it's just beginning to get cloudy a little bit. Still pretty good and displays very well. And then the card itself. I'll point out there are some damages right here on the bottom where it has gotten wavy and bent over right here. So it's dog-eared right there. But otherwise, pretty fantastic. And where else are you going to find this piece? So as X-Force movies and the Deadpool movies start to bring back some of these older characters, this might be an opportunity for you to get this guy that you otherwise would not have ever seen. So head on over to TheBigToyAuction.com. You can see all the photos, you can leave free bids, you can do whatever it is that you need to do. You can ask us questions about it, etc. You can find and bid on and win and take home this figure right here. This is the XMen Toy Biz Random. All right. Who remembers this guy? This is Ahab. Ahab from the Days of Future Past, or Days of Future Present by that point. The Days of Future Present storyline. It got pretty convoluted and crazy with Nate Summers and Cable and various incarnations and various timelines. If you could keep it all straight in your head, great. But if not, you got just this guy right here to keep on your desk and look at and maybe make it a little easier for you. We'll throw in a size marker right here so you can see roughly the size of him. He always appeared much larger in the comic. His early reveals made him seem like really a bad guy, larger than life. But there you go. So these were by Toy Biz before the Marvel Legends series came out. These were some of the first figures put out by them. I really love these older ones. It's amazing what 30 years of technology, the difference between the toys of that time and the toys now. In some regards, kind of the same. In other regards, they've really surpassed it. But the sculpt is fantastic on this. It's obviously licensed by Marvel, and he's listed as Evil Mutant. I don't know if that's completely accurate. Evil Mutants are like Magneto and some other. He is well, he's not one of the celestial beings, but anyway, let's toss it over. Seems a little bit more powerful than some of the others. We'll show you the back here. He seems more like an Apocalypse level character to me, although it's been a long time since I've read. So you see all the back of it, and we'll take you through. I'll show you right up close. You can see he's got his cybernetic peg leg. He's got his harpoons. Doesn't have his pounds or any of that, but he's all around a nice looking figure. And you know what, that card is actually pretty darn nice. Pretty good looking figure right there. Card's looking good. I'll let the light play on it so you can see those little dings like right up in here and a little bit there. So we show you that just so you're fully aware. I'll let you see through the side so you can see not a ton of yellowing there. Looks pretty clear on the bubble, and the bubble itself is tight. I'm going to double check it just to make sure I didn't miss any kind of cracks or scrapes or gouges or dings. Sometimes you can feel it a little bit better. There's some schmutz. Probably a sticker was removed there. If I had to guess, I'd say some sticker residue. Your typical shelfware. They shine the light here so you can see. That way, if there are any creases or dents or anything like that, the light will tell you. And there you go. So all around a fantastic piece. You can head on over to TheBigToyAuction.com and leave your pre-bids on this or any of the other figures we've got coming up in our next auction. Really good stuff. Really great piece that you just will not find anymore. This is Ahab from the Uncanny X-Men series produced by Toy Biz. Next we have a fairly rare piece right here, at least in terms of character. You just don't see him anymore. I'll show you the size marker as we move a piece of dust out of the catalog here. We'll get some photos of the catalog for you, and I'll flip them over, and we'll get the back side as well. This is, if I'm pronouncing it all correctly, this is Senyaka. Obviously, my Sri Lankan is not particularly up to par, but this is one of the acolytes from a series long ago that probably not many, if anybody, remembers. He's got powers like Rogue and Whip like Omega Red, so it's just a kind of a mishmash. Makes him look like a ninja, and that's how I like to think of him, as just a ninja character there around. But you can do with him whatever you like once you win him. So this is produced by Toy Biz. As you can see right here, this is one of the Toy Biz figures before the Marvel Legends. Some similar articulation, probably not as articulated as his counterparts today, 30 years later, but still a fantastic piece. And the sculpting on this, given the changes in technology, are really, really amazing that he's good looking as he is right here. Today, this would probably be completely articulated. I don't know if this has any whip to it at all, this whip, but it's still a pretty neat piece. I'll take you through and I'll show you the card. Let's start with the back. Anything that jumps out there, we'll shine the light on it. Now you can see the photographs over at TheBigToyAuction.com, and you can leave your pre-bids and do all of that stuff. But these videos we like to do just to give you a full kind of live. So you're not really seeing any creases, minor stuff like this corner we'll show you. You can see that live here with these videos. Something we like to be able to do. We'll show you this. And then finally the bubble itself. The bubble is actually in very good shape. There seems to be some sticker wear, something on it there. A little bit of schmutz. Right here, yeah, some sticker wear or something, but otherwise, let me feel it. Sure. Yep, I don't feel any cracks. Certainly don't see any by visual inspection. It's tight to the card, and you just saw through it, so it is pretty clear bubble. Again, we're not really big on grading here, and I don't know that I would send this one in, but overall, it's a very nice specimen of this particular figure. So head on over to TheBigToyAuction.com. You can see this and all the others. This is the Evil Mutants X-Men Senyaka Toy Biz.